I advise that my videos are to be viewed by people aged 18 and over, as may contain triggering subjects and adult topics.
Just a bit all over the place because obviously I'm on medication and I'm really like, woo! Because I've got all the evidence to clear my name and you're all going to look very stupid. All of yous, every single one of yous. And you can say, oh, she paid people. I haven't paid anyone. I'll prove any of this. I'll pull every single bank statement up that I have to. Don't lie on child abuse. How dare all of you sit there and cry when I decided to have had enough the other day after 3 months of persecution from you all. You've done nothing. I'm still top of all of yous. I'll always be top of all of yous. I've had my finger on all of your necks all week and you've hated it. And now we've got the truth. So good that I said that you did whatever you did. Because it created this. And now I've got all the proof. So she sits here and says, let her say the worst and she'll be... She sits there and goes, I worry about EQ because of the Inquisitor. You know, because, you know, he got a false accusation against him and, you know, he seemed like a strong person, but then you still carry on, don't you? You still carry on even after you're saying that. You're not worried about anybody, you liar.
If you do have a police case, you know, I believe in that. Give them enough rope, they do it to themselves.
Oh, there it is. Give them enough rope, they what? I know it's a well-known coined phrase, but you've used it like that on purpose. Because you wish that I'd be as weak as you. Never gonna happen. You're dirty drunk.
And also that she'll show herself for people that don't know who she is.
Oh no, I'll just show yous for who yous are.
Because there's a lot of new viewers on here, right? So she is right.
You didn't like it when they made you into Jimmy Savile, did ya? You went mad? They only put your face in a fucking hole. And you have the audacity to go on about it. Never let me hear you complain again.
She does say horrible things, so over talking...
I say horrible things at the end of my tether when nobody is pointing out that I'm being accused, whether you like me or not, and your testimonies, Miss Red's got evidence, and Luke the Judge had evidence, and so did CLA. Chester, he stands firm on this, doesn't he, everybody? So you're gonna all be shown for who you are on this live.
Let her speak, man, you know, it will... She'll do it to herself. It'll be
I did nothing to myself. You all lied.
all over social media. It will be also evidence, you know what I mean?
Well, do you know what happened, though? Who spoke up on Jimmy Savile or Rolf Harris? There was
Jimmy Savile, Rolf Harris, relentless paedophiles, everybody. I sit on this app and did a comedy act called Evil Queen. They're outraged about. And you remember everybody who's got an ounce of a brain in them that they begged me to change my content. Just do the FYP. I tried. You played all my old videos, thought that I couldn't respond because I was trying to do my own shit. You've come for me again and again and again. We've watched it. You still stand there and don't call out the fact that your cousin, Luke the Judge, is talking about a real child at the time. Going into grave detail, sick on children. Why are you not speaking on it? And don't you dare misread, because you were my friend after I said what I said to you. And we all know that. So I faced my persecution for what I said at the time. Where's his persecution? He's talking sick on children. It's not me. It's Sam Swinhoe, a child at the time, who's already apparently gone through enough at the hands of somebody else. That's not me. But you'll sit there as his cousin, won't you? I wouldn't be in the same room as you. And if it means not going to the wedding, I won't go. Because I wouldn't be around a scumbag like you. I've said off-the-cuff comments on one occasion, maybe. Pearl Price, everybody, what they keep referencing, was calling me a beast of children on the day that I retorted back to her. To create shock and awe, because nobody ever gives a shit when it's said about me, because they're all a bunch of bullies. They sit there and segregate me, and tell their audience I'm a groomer, and if it was said about me. Shall we see the outrage, everybody? She's saying to make false reports. I didn't say to make any false reports on my live yesterday. I heard a child screaming. You confessed with your own mouth, Miss Red, that this is a regular occurrence, and that means a child constantly terrified. So I said that concerns need to be raised then, because you are a danger that not on Katana. I even said not on Katana. Because I do believe that Katana nips out to the shop no matter what you try and say. And I will superimpose, like the MI5, that footage to hear if there was any second voice there. So don't come with me, you bitch. There's plenty of people over the years who've nipped the shop thinking everything would be alright. You wouldn't have leapt up the way you did out of all the concern and took so much time and there was no second voice. Turn it all the way up and let's listen. Do a don't fuck with cats on it, you know what I mean?
Spoke up about for years, but look exactly what they did.
There's plenty of people who've nipped the shop and thought, right, I'll only be 2 seconds, and then you come back and there's a tub of bloody Sudocrem everywhere. You're only nipped for 2 seconds. Everyone's done it. Don't lie about me when I had my opinion on the situation, because I do the news. It was the exclusive of the day yesterday. I was on at the time of it occurring afterwards, you know what I mean? Because you'd made a big deal in the morning time. So there we go. I do the news like you. I gave my opinion on the situation. My opinion is that you neglected the child. You weren't. So I have to go along with everybody else. No. It's my FYP show and not yours.
I don't care
when
what
you sit there and call me, listen, Miss Red, you sit there and go, try saying it in the street. Go into the street, I dare you. And criticise anybody. You'll be flat on your back before you know it. Don't sit on this app and act like that's you in real life. Do you sit over the fence? What you doing? No, you don't. So don't sit and act like you're not an act on here too. You've revelled in making all that money today, haven't you? Yeah, bitch. After the misfortune of your boo-hoo tears yesterday. Seems like a regular occurrence, these tears, to make a little bit of cash.
What anybody says, right, there's loads of evidence on there. What she's done. There's videos out there of her. There's people saying it.
Listen.
Even the people themselves. The person's mum said it, Bob's mum. His name's not even Bob, by the way. I don't even want to say what his name is on here. And then you've got Sam himself.
Sam himself. I'm sure these parents and Sam probably never wanted to be involved in my world again, and through sheer, because you've got to remember, everybody, somebody with as young a brain as Sam, when Rickster was trying to weaponise the story of Sam's whatever he's went through or believes he's gone through, you know, that's for him at 18. And that's the way I was leaving it. I would never have got involved, tried to invalidate anybody, defended anybody in any way. I just wouldn't have said anything. Because I don't know. Because I wasn't there. So I don't have a clue. I didn't maintain a friendship to the degree that Danny did and Jade. So I had no interactions with anybody. So I get why, out of desperation, that Sam reached out to Rickster in the end, because every time Rickster said it, because he was underage, and I knew that one day when he got to 18, he could come on and tell his own story if he wanted, not for anybody else to tell somebody else's abuse story if they had abuse, not for anybody. But Rickster kept saying it all the time, so I used to have to use my platform to say no, because people would question me. And if I don't speak, I'm guilty. If I do speak, I'm guilty. So I chose to leave it for him to come and tell everybody if he wanted to on this app, with me being a known person, being a friend of mine possibly. I'm open to that, I'm bothered. People can do what they want. But Rickster kept saying it to the point that this young brain thought that he was being invalidated and that nothing happened to him like he claimed or whatever, you know what I mean? So he went to Rickster and he wrote in this message to him, please don't put this anywhere. I just wanted you to know that I do exist, type of thing. And he blasted it everywhere. And then he called me a groomer, which nobody ever called me from the family. I totally get why the family probably were reluctant to even come back and say anything or to write in any chats and that, because, you know, you've got me like a lunatic. But I haven't done anything. Somebody's trying to clear my name. I would never invalidate anybody and say that they didn't go through something, because how does anybody know apart from those people? They don't. So, you know, they've both come to me now. Both Sam's mother and Sam. And I'm not going to put any messages on here, but I'm going to read some of them out. If you don't believe it, go and speak to Just Nana. I'm sure Leanne won't mind verifying what I'm saying to be the truth to Just Nana. Because they've got a friendship, I believe. I've asked permission. So I've got full permission. You've heard these people over these last 3 months, everybody try and stick this to my name like I'd done something wrong. I never groomed anybody. I never offered any children up to for any human sacrifices or do anything. Leanne let me use the bank account. I don't know why she didn't just say that in the first place. But she allowed me to, like loads of my friends did. There was never an issue because it was never thought of. It was never approached a child to use the bank account or any of those things. And they got to keep £1,000, you know what I mean? Just a normal family. So there was never any malice in anything I did. So, let us read some of the messages out. Not all of them, just a selection. And if you don't believe it, I'm sure Leanne, like I say, won't mind going. And I know what the haters will say. She's paid them off. I haven't paid anybody off. Why would I? Right. And I've got permission, remember, both from Sam and Leanne. Sam is now 17, I believe. Well, that's what Rickster's been saying anyway. But even if he's 16, it doesn't matter. I can read what I want. I've got permission after I've been accused to this degree. Then I'm going to prove that Miss Red sitting there calling me a groomer, she knew what she was doing. Look at this video, hashtag protect the children. With my name attached, when I've never had any children say anything bad about me. There are people who were in the gaming community who were 15, 16, who are now 20, who love and adore me still now. So shut up about child abuse. Right. Let me just find Leanne's message. So I'm just going to read the two out that she first sent me, because then we had a conversation together. She wrote, right, I think she's sick of now Rickster's saying that I've abused her son when I haven't. He's a real child at the time. So when are you going to start saying that Rickster and Talia have spoken sick on a child? When are you going to say that, this app? Because I only said what I said the other day. Because I knew it would get this much attention, and it's drove the truth out. And why should any innocent person have that on their name? Don't sit there ever delusive Angie and say, don't speak like one, and you won't get called. But I have never spoken like a paedophile at all. You stupid cow, how dare you say that about me? So, be quiet with your alcoholic self. Go and have another buzzball like your mate Luke the Judge. And just remember, everyone, Luke the Judge was friends with me at the time, and he knew. All of this, what yous are going to find out now, that I had no involvement, and he's allowed, and he the other day, but he still sits there, and, you know, he's mentioned Gracie's wedding on multiple occasions. He's underhandedly, you know what I mean, like, referenced it like it's something to threaten me with and stuff. If you dox it, you won't go, and all these underhanded things, and I don't care who doesn't see it, I see it. I know what it is. So Leanne said, right, I've never badmouthed you on here or spoke about you. I never said you were a groomer, and never said you groomed anyone either. Bradley said you paid me off, you never. You've never given me money. I've never spoke to you, so Bradley is lying. You know what I mean? So, there's no money involved. There's Leanne. Just Nana will verify it. So, right, I've never badmouthed you on here or spoke about you. I never said you were a groomer, and because she didn't say I was a groomer, the people on this app did. They seen the bank statements, and they made their own conclusions. That was me being allowed to use an account. There was no malicious intent behind any of it, and the family got to keep £1,000. You know what I mean? So, oh yeah, sorry, she was saying she's never spoke to you, Bradley, to tell you. She's never spoke to you. So why, Bradley Warner, have you sat on this app after calling me a domestic violencer? And you got away with it until I found that footage. And then yesterday you've come on and called me a cokehead and things like that, and backed up your claims with your own shit mouth that chats a load of shit. That I paid this family when I've never paid anybody off. I've never paid anyone to be my boyfriend. Never, ever, ever. All I've ever been is kind, even in relationships, you know what I mean? So when they show all these, oh look, she used to give me this now. Because they were penny paupers, I used to say, do you know what, I'll just take a drop down of £50 out my money each night, put it together over the month, and then, you know, you've got an allowance sort of thing. Out of just love, nothing else, not paying anybody £50 a day for nothing. It's nothing like that at all. It's the way they twist things, you know what I mean? So, it's like, you know, I'm a rich woman, so I don't get with anybody for money. So if somebody hasn't got money, or they're a drug dealer and I don't want them to be a drug dealer, then I'll pay the debt off and give them a good life, because I love them. So be quiet. When I got cheated on, did nothing again. Sorry. It's a bit like quoting like, oh. So she said, Bradley said you paid me off. You have never given me money. I've never spoke to you, Bradley. You're lying. So that's just the two I'm going to read off Leanne, but I can show you we had a lengthy conversation. Sorry. There we go. Sorry, I pulled it to the bottom by accident. So there's the first two that I've read. She messaged me first. Off the back of Rickster and Talia keep telling everybody that there's testimonies and to listen to Chester and everything. Now yous all know this is not true. And I'm going to read some from Sam now as well, because Sam also reached out. And if you don't believe me, go to the post where I've exposed Bradley for being a domestic violencer. And if you go to Borderline Banter's comment, he wrote on there, and I didn't even see it, even before I come live yesterday. And you know, I come on ranting and raving still, so you can work out the times. Nothing I'm saying has ever been a lie. You know, there's no allegations on me. There's never been a child that said anything about me. You know what I mean? So anyway, you can see the comment, and that's why I checked my messages, and then I commented back to Sam, everything's public, it's under Borderline Banter's comment, so don't try and make me to be any liar, or I'm paying anybody off, because they've approached me after it being said and put on Sam that he's been secondly abused, if he was abused the first time, you know what I mean? And none of us know, because we weren't there, whether it happened the first time, but I definitely didn't. Chester sat here and he won't take back that he said that Jade said that I slept in a bed with Sam for 7 days. It never happened. So why is he not taking it back? Why did Miss Red call me a groomer at the height of this scandal that I wasn't involved in? Delusive Angie sits there and goes, I stuck up for you during it. There was nothing to stick up me for. You brought my name into it for clout. You didn't like it when people were putting pictures of you with Jimmy Savile up. And they were just isolated incidents. You've done this for 3 months, all of yous. Look what Bradley Warner said, everybody. I was a domestic violence, I'm not. They've said I abused my boyfriends, I haven't. I'm just not a sly person, so would never dream of ever doing the things they've done. Right, the messages, just a few from Sam. So, the initial one he sent me was, because I'd messaged back the mother. So this is after, obviously, he'd been shown the messages I'd sent back regarding everything. And you don't get to hear that conversation and analyse it and pick it apart. We've got verification via Just Nana, if you want verification that what I'm saying is true. And that's all you're going to get, because you're not getting the ins and outs of anything to do with child abuse, and you will never ever put child abuse on my name. Don't say sick. I've never said sick things about kids. I've responded to creators saying I abuse children, so I've given them the same back. If you can't give it, don't take it. So I've never been speaking sick about kids ever. I never would. I've got godchildren, plenty of children in my family. I've never ever had any allegations to get. There's loads of people, like I say, who were 14, 15 in the gaming community who are now nearly 20, got their own businesses and everything, love and adore me. Go and ask them. You know what I mean? What did I do? Touch them through the screen? So, off the back of the messages I sent back to Leanne after she approached me, Sam said, thanks, Chels. I know you didn't mean anything you said. You just had to in order for people to listen, if that makes sense. You never done anything bad to me. You were nothing but lovely. Sorry, everybody, but they've tried to say I'm a child abuser. And I've only ever said things in response. They've said it for 3 months. They've tried to ruin my life. I've never went that hard when I've said off-the-cuff things. He said, you've never done anything bad to me. You've not been lovely. I'm so much more grown and mature now. I'm sorry that all this happened. I just tried to get my story out because I was just sick of people speculating, and I'm sorry it got turned on you. I never said to anyone that you'd done anything. It's Rickster. I was stupid to trust him. He twisted it into you, especially everything he did to you. It was a stupid decision. I never wanted to fall out with anybody. You know what I mean? Look what they've done. And they say I'm a bad person, and also did the other day was responded to make this happen. So whatever I say to people in one isolated incident when they're arguing and saying bad things about me is one thing. I don't say it relentlessly. I don't use my platform to spread it like it's the truth. But you didn't like it yesterday, did you, Miss Red? So you got a taste of your own medicine, didn't you? And all you did was cry. And then you come on today like usual. Got loads of money, didn't you, again? Because you're nothing but liars, all of yous. And I'm glad you've all done this, because I see yous all now. And I'll remember every one of you that did this. And don't ever say I spoke sick on children, because I have not at all. So, yeah. I'm just going to go off for a bit, everybody, and I'll be back, I promise you.